And we are. Hey guys, it's Bobby Legs, and welcome to a Friday night chat. Thank God it's Friday, TGIF. I'm not religious, but it's just a saying, TGIF. If you're religious, that's great. Anyway, let's get off religion.
That's a religious thing?
Well, I mean, thank God it's Friday, right? I don't know.
Oh.
You see what I mean? So, anyway, let's bang up start. Okay. Anyway, guys. So, how you guys doing on the chat? How you guys doing on the panel? Let's go around and make introductions or hellos, and let us know what you're wearing. Joe,
Hey.
how are you, my friend? Happy Friday. And,
Happy Friday.
How are you? And what are you wearing on wrist?
Yeah, good to see you guys. Just wearing the kid suit today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an awesome.
So cool.
So
beautiful, gorgeous.
Can you show the case back? Wait, hold on. Let me put you on big screen.
We might have to censor it for the kids.
Too sexy.
There you go.
Awesome. That is awesome, man.
Did you ever think that looked phallic before you bought the watch, or was it after you got the watch that you thought?
No, it never occurred to me, which I kind of feel bad about, because I feel like those things do occur to me and I missed it.
That's so funny.
But you've been kind of buddy with the Kadoki family, right? So have you gotten some insight? Was that on purpose, or was that
I don't think they talk about that.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think Mrs. Kadoki and Joe are talking about that.
So how about that dong on your case back?
Funny thing, I've never asked them, but you're right. I have done stuff with them, and because their English isn't all that great, so we are quite friendly, and time to time they kind of ask me to read over things, and I had suggested to them to change it from balance cock to balance bridge. So yes, it's come up.
What a good guy.
No pun intended.
That's hilarious.
Milo, what's up, my man? Billy Watch fan, what's going on? Oil Money Watches, hello, sir. Nick J, 6 Killer 2121. I gotta find out the story on that one. Jason, how you doing? Kelvin, what's up? Underachieving Watch Collector, what's up, buddy? Kevin S. Ep. I'm using the same salutation as Amin does. It calls him Ep. I like that. I'm gonna call him Ep too. Ken, how are you? Did I ever say hello, Ken? Did I already say hello? Thomas, sir, how are you? And I know I saw Pete. There's Pete. And of course, Blue Shirt. What's up, buddy? Colin, how are you? Happy Friday. And
happy Friday. How you doing?
What do you got on wrist, my friend?
I'm wearing my white Milgauss today.
Oh yeah, you put that up on Instagram.
Nice.
Very nice. I saw that. Amin, my man.
Hey, Rob.
How you doing? How was the first week of work and new job, right?
Oh, they're easing me in slowly, so it's going good. Yeah, it's kind of a good feeling to be starting slow and ramping up.
Yeah.
So things are good. I'm wearing the Bulgari today.
Oh man,
nice.
I don't know where I saw it. I don't know if it was a post or an article saying that you can recognize some icons by just the shape of the watch, and you know what it is. And they put up a rendering of the of your watch, Ahmed, but with nothing on the dial, just a plain, right? And it was like, okay, well, yeah, we know what that is. You know what I mean? And it's so true. I know we've had that discussion in a live stream a few months ago about whether it could be an icon, or we're talking about iconic watches, and I think more and more that Bulgari is definitely going to be an icon if it isn't already.
Has the potential.
Yeah. Sanjay from the Engineer Wannabe YouTube channel. How are you, my friend? The second week in a row. Thank you for coming on. And what are you wearing on wrist?
Well, thanks for having me. I'm having a couple of audio issues, so it feels really strange because you guys are really quiet, and I feel like I'm talking really loud.
No, you sound fine.
You sound
Yeah, that's good. I am wearing, just to spite you guys.
Oh, love it. Love it.
Awesome.
That looks
I
so.
specifically came back home and grabbed this out of my watch drawer
That's funny.
just to put it on.
No,
it really sparkles, eh? It's like,
Yeah,
it's got some bling to it.
Nice.
yeah, it's up there.
I'm
It's my
curious. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, it's my crazy watch. So
Yeah.
I'm sure it's one of those things where if I see it in person, like I could probably easily change my mind on it for sure. You know what I mean? That always happens to me. I always have this this thought or opinion on something based on no fact other than or very little information, and then I'm proven wrong every time when confronted by it or when I see it. You know what I mean? It's just something, I don't know, that always happens to me. So I should always reserve judgment. Always reserve judgment.
Mhm. Yeah.
Pete says, sorry, Sanjay. All I can say is I'm glad you love the oil. Okay.
I'll wear it in good health.
Yeah.
And Sanjay, that's the 38, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
It's a
I like
38.
it. I like it.
And let's see here. Yeah. So there's Colin, of course. Tutors unite. All right. Awesome. So I'm wearing the and I'm borrowing this from a friend and a subscriber lent in for the channel, and it's the Damasco DA 37 or 47, 37. So it's an all white, but it's a loomed white dial,
Oh,
and
cool.
the hands are blacked out, and so are the indices. So not sure if I was ever into that. Like, I've handled other watches with the full loom dial, and I thought it was okay, but maybe I have this, like, this thing with Damasco. I mean, I like Damasco and I want to like everything that they put out, and actually I kind of dig it. And I don't know if it's that kind of clouding my judgment, or if it's actually I genuinely like the watch. I think I do genuinely just like the watch. And so, we were talking a little bit before we started the stream about topics, and I thought about the idea. Well, this is a Flieger, and it's Flieger Friday. Do we buy into the notion of Speedy Tuesday or whatnot? And Colin made the point, why don't we talk about Fliegers? We never really have talked about Fliegers before, and I think that's a good idea. I've never really considered Fliegers in part of my collection only until recently when I bought into a couple, bought into Zen first of all, and they kind of like it was the dipping of my toe into the warm bath of Flieger watches. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I totally came up with that. Totally came up with that. So like you have like those Lacos, right, that are huge, 45 millimeters, 47 to 50 millimeter watches that are obviously have a purpose, right? You put it on. You're a pilot in World War II. You have big gloves. You need to fit. You need to look at it, and it kind of like with a guy with a 6 3/4 inch rinse, it didn't really appeal to me. Fliegers obviously don't have to be that way now. Obviously, you know what I mean. And so I do enjoy the Flieger because of the readability. How do you guys feel about Fliegers? I mean, are you?
Well, they actually used to strap them to their thigh a lot of the time.
Oh, really? Wow,
Yeah,
that's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah, as they were flying. Yeah,
I wonder why is that? I mean, because maybe the hands were too busy doing other things, and
so they could look down and see it right there, right?
Right.
I like Fliegers a lot. I've been thinking here. I'm not sure if I've ever owned one really. But I do like them. So it's kind of funny. It's like I always look at them pretty often, and I like them, and it's just one of those things I never pull the trigger on. I don't know why. It could be the size. And, you know, I know they make smaller ones now, like just with the Flieger look.
Yeah, I mean, this is 40 millimeter. You know what I mean? And it's just under or around 11 millimeters thick. So I mean, it's not your true Flieger from 70 years ago, right? But it does have some sort of that DNA in there, the legibility, the triangle on at the 12 o'clock. So you could now in a modern day, you know, go down into a 40. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Stova even sell like 36 millimeter Fliegers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Could you hold it up one more time?
Sure.
Does it have the 2 dots near the triangle? No. So it's just so interestingly, whenever I see the you know, the Fliegers with the 2 dots always make me think of the German you know, Luftwaffe and the Luftwaffe, I don't know how to pronounce it. And then the one without the dots always makes me think of British Royal Air Force, right? Because they're the Mark 11 was that way. That's cool. I got it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like I've got a little bit of a hang up about, you know, wearing the ones that look exactly like German World War II watches because of the association with you know, that military. But whenever they're sort of modified a little bit, then I don't have that association anymore. So like the IWC Mark series or the watch you're holding or anything that's kind of just a little variation on the theme doesn't have that connotation for me. Maybe I'm just being stupid. I don't know.
No. I think that's valid.
That makes total sense, especially unless you have a Hitler mustache.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you know, Amin, I have the same hang up, even though my very favorite and I love Fliegers despite my best intentions. I just kind of look at watches that I've collected along the way, and most of them happen to be in the pilot style. And the one design that I love the most, that I think is one of the best ever in watches, is the Type B. You know, with the small hours track in the middle and very short hour hand and the big minutes track outside. I think that's like pinnacle of design for me. But you know, it was Navigator's watch, you know, in the Luftwaffe. So I do have that association as well. So there's a little bit of, you know, and it's okay to have that ambivalence.
So I'm not the only one. Okay, yeah.
No.
Yeah, let me see if I could pull up what Joe is talking about, just in case somebody in the chat doesn't.
And there's a lot of watches, Joe, that play on that theme. Like there's a Hamilton that plays off that theme. There, you know, there's a Seiko 5 that plays off that theme.
Yeah, that's right.
But you don't. Do you think of them as also having that association, or you feel like they're different enough that you don't have that?
I bought that Seiko 5 for my son. So, but I still think of it every now and again. But if I'm gonna, I guess if I were gonna put real money into a pilot's watch, like I have thought about in the past year, you know, maybe, you know, my ideal would be like something like the Pepsi, which is totally unobtainable. But so then I thought, you know, of other non-German watches, and that's kind of how I landed on RGM's version of a pilot watch.
It's funny.
The one that I'm getting.
It's really funny because I don't actually think of the Pepsi as a pilot's watch when I wear it or anything like that. It's the furthest thing from my mind. I don't really think of it as that. Anyway, that's all.
Sanjay, do you are you attracted to the Flieger watch? Do you have any in your collection?
No. Can you guys still hear me? I kind of changed my microphone.
You're clear.
You're good.
Oh yeah, you're clear.
Good. Yeah, that's good. I almost bought a DS30, I believe, a Damasco DS30. It was I don't know if you guys know Bob from Time to Go Travel and Timepieces. He owns a really cool Damasco DS30, and I almost bought it. That's the only Flieger that I've been really interested in.
Yeah.
I'm not as classy as Joe, but I think that
none of us are.
Yeah.
that Type B Flieger is hideous. Hot take.
Well, let's take Joe down a level here. He's like on a white wall right now. You know,
Have
like
you seen
the background is pretty weak.
the type B? Are you going from the one that Rob put up, or the overall type B design? Because Rob put one with a date in the middle, kind of like, right?
Yeah.
the-
Just the overall design.
overall.
I'm not too fond of the smaller hour hand and just the clutter dial, the 24 hours and the fives everywhere. It's just
that reminds me, the what do you call it? The Air King is a spin-off on that. Using the fives everywhere. Air King's another spin-off on the Type B. I had a Type A Korean. It was like one of these Korean companies that makes sterile Type A Fliegers that look like, Stova ones for $200-300, and but that association got to me. It was perfectly nice. I mean, I like the Type A design.
Yeah. Are you guys okay with the no logo on the dial? To me, it feels like debadging a car and taking away the logo, like the main logo. It just seems a little silly to me, but I don't know.
I don't like it, honestly.
Yeah.
It's unless it's a distinctive design, like say a Moser concept or something like that, where it's unmistakable. Otherwise, it's just like there's so many of these Fliegers, and it might be shallow of me to say, but I want people to know like what kind of watch it is, because that could be anything. It could be a cheap thing, or it could be an actual. And it might not be for people. It's just for me. Like I want to look at it and know that it's a high quality watch. And when I look at it with a sterile dial, I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
I forget if it's good or not. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Watch once over. Thank you so much. Salutation, guys. The Lacroix Frankfurt is a good compromise. Let me know if this is what you're referring to. That's a good looking watch, actually. For Lacroix, I think this one. This is the one that retails for close to 2 Gs. Yeah, this one came out, I think, some point last year. But
so wait,
is
the Zen 104 it's not a Flieger, right?
Well, I mean, they call it a pilot's watch.
Okay, so never mind. I apparently own 2 pilot watches. I didn't even know it. Like I said, I've never owned one, but I apparently have 2 right now. So
yeah, I mean, I own the 856 UTC, and that was an excellent watch. Very, very readable. It was at 40 millimeters case diameter. But excellent. And I think the point is that now Fliegers are definitely there's a wider breadth of description of what it could be, right? And it seems like at the end of the day, if it's really readable and legible, and if it's clear, it's probably most likely a Flieger, right?
Yeah, I think that's why I didn't think I had any, because when I think of a Flieger, I think of like what you guys were talking about, like the Type B, the Type A, the classic Flieger design. I don't have that broad definition of it.
Yeah, gotcha. Penny has the Spitfire, right? She had to get to.
I think she said she sold it.
She had the Le Petit Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems like a lot of guys have had some Fliegers in their collections. So I mean, like I guess I'm a bigger fan than I thought I was, because I like Damasco, and Sanjay, I own the DS30, and I did sell it. One of those watches where I kind of like regret selling, but now Damasco come out with their new in-house movement, and they're showcasing it in some of their models, and one being specifically the DS30. So it's something that is in my radar at some point. I just love the quality, the ice hardened case. It's just it's just great design too on Damasco's part, you know, and I think it, you know, Damasco mainly dealing with Flieger type watches, pilots, it helps the design, right? Because you can keep it nice and simple and crisp with a Flieger design, and then ride that out for over a lot of models, I think. And I think that's what Damasco is doing. I mean, they may have a couple divers here and there. Let's see here what looks like. So Oil Money says, look, just get over it with a buy Zenith Pilot or Cartier Santos if you don't want to watch. Right.
Sure.
Let's see here. Any other comments? Okay. Chris, how you doing, guys? Hey, buddy. Hope all is well, Chris. Chris, I've mailed something. I don't know if you guys have had this problem, and maybe some people here in the chat have, but the mail in the United States has been, especially in the Northeast, has been really atrocious the last couple of weeks. I had mailed a couple things out to fellow YouTube content creators at the end of last year, and they still haven't gotten it. So hopefully not everybody's experiencing that. Maybe avoid using USPS for the time being, and unfortunately pay a little bit extra for UPS and FedEx. Nilo's saying, love Damasco, but I still can't pay $700 for a bracelet. So that's the thing. Their bracelet is very, very pricey. But I've heard really good things about the bracelet. I've really, and I believe it's also ice hardened too. So it's kind of like similar to that tegmented result. I don't know if it's the same technology per se, but it's the same outcome. I think it just makes it harder to scratch and whatnot. It's treated to a certain amount of Vickers or whatever they do. I have to say with this Damasco, and one more thing, because I'm going to be doing a review on it, and I feel like I'm giving most of it away. This is one of the best straps that I've ever had experience with, from coming from the brand itself, right? So meaning that it's not a third-party strap. This is like the strap that it came with the watch, and it is so soft and comfortable. And I asked my buddy who lent me the watch, I'm like, did you break it in? And he's like, no. It's like, it came that way. He's like, it's his favorite strap of any of the watches that he's had. So kudos to Damasco for making a great strap. Okay, I'm done with the Damasco commercial.
That's all right.
Let's just move on. Sorry, guys.
No
so
worries.
how about you? How do you guys feel about playing a little game? And I would love for you guys on the chat to play along, and it's going to be called "For Me or Not for Me," right? So I've noticed that the last couple of weeks I've been saying that a lot, "Not for me," and it kind of like hit home every time I said it. You know, Colin would start laughing. So I guess I've been saying it a lot lately. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to present something watch related or watch to the panel, and we're going to go around Robin and ask, hey, for you or not for you. So the first couple may not be a surprise to the panel itself, because I think we've been kind of talking about this in our little chat. So let me share my screen. And
does it have to be this specific iteration of the watch, or can it just be like, if there's a different colorway or something, can we say?
No, well, this one in particular. Okay.
This one. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay.
So I don't know if it's coming out, or if it's coming out very, very soon. I couldn't find a real date on this. But the G-Shock, and I know this has been out there for a little while. The G-Shock stainless, all metal, full metal in red.
It looks almost purple in this picture, but
it looks like a little like wine or something like that, like some sort of Cabernet or something.
Right.
Okay, Joe, for you or not for you?
For me.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
It's bold, like a G-Shock's supposed to be, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Colin?
I could see why some people would like it, but it's not for me. I love the full metal G-Shocks. Thanks, Bear. Yeah, that one's not for me, and I'm sure Bear agrees.
Come on, Penny. You knew we were gonna.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Come on. Come on. Sanjay, what do you think?
Ooh, no, not for me. It's a bit too loud, I think.
All right.
Yeah, it is pretty loud.
This one is for me.
Yes.
I'm
Oh
a fan.
man, yeah.
For me doesn't mean we have to buy it, right? I mean, for me, it's just
No, it doesn't mean you have to buy it, but I mean, like,
No, you have to buy this. Yeah.
so. If for me means like would I like to get it as a gift and wear it? It's for me.
Oh, is that what for me means? Like you don't even have to spend your money on it?
It's if you like it, right?
yeah. I
Okay.
mean, like,
We're not being too strict here.
look, I would say, like, if you would, I mean, whether you buy it or it's bought for you, you would wear it and wear it proudly,
And you like it.
and you like it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
If
for me.
if this was gifted to me, I would wear it sometimes. Not often, but I would wear it sometimes.
Well, I got to tell you, I think originally I had said or thought that it was not for me. The more and more I look at this watch, it's for me. I think if I'm going to go full metal, though, I'm going to go and get my Tron back, and then if I wanted to get another full metal, I think I would get this over the all black. I think so. I think because I had nothing like this in my collection.
The all black is way better.
After saying every G-Shock is for me now, I've got to say this one would be my second favorite steel metal square after the all black. I like the all black better than this.
Look, for my reasoning is I already have the black titanium, you know, so I can do this in red. So
Kelvin has a good point. They should call this the Iron Man G-Shock because it's perfect for the Iron Man suit.
Yeah, good, Kelvin. I would copyright that or
gold on it. That would have been fly.
That would have been fly. You're right.
Nick, no go for Nick. All right, fair enough.
When are they? Here's what I want to know. Here's the one for Joe. So they've come out with like the Borneo Toad and the a few other like MTGs with like the rainbow type steel. When are they going to do a rainbow steel square? That's what I want to know because that would be fly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that one's for me. Yeah, for me.
Yeah.
Okay, before we move on, taking bets on the over/under. How many more times Colin says fly? Okay, let's.
I only said it once to make fun of Amin, and then I just said it because I said it again because I want to fit in.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to the next watch, shall we? And let me pull that up. Okay, so the Karuno Tokyo. Can you guys see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the caveat for you or not for you at $7,200.
Oh.
So just to give everybody a little background, this watch was nominated for one of the categories at the GPH, the H, whatever, the other, Grand Prix DL or G. Yeah, G. There, thank you. And he's retailed or MSRP'd or whatever around 1,800 Swiss francs, right? Which is around same thing American. But there were only 228 pieces.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now we see in Delray one pops up for $7,200. For you or not?
Federico robbing the people.
We'll start with Amin here. Amin?
This is not for me, even at 50% off retail. I'm not a fan.
What?
I like the color. Not for me.
I just love the way that sounds. Not for me.
Yeah.
Only with Mark's money. Okay, that could be another category.
I like the idea behind it. Like I like the fact that this guy makes amazing watches, and then he has some involvement in a less expensive Series.
Yeah.
I just this watch. Maybe if I held it, I'd feel differently. But looking at it on a screen, not for me.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Rob froze.
Rob froze.
Sanjay, you're up, buddy.
I'm up. No, not for me. Not at that price.
Not at that price.
I really like the color as well. I've had quite a few of that greenish teal dial watches, so I do like the dial. And I've heard really good things about Karuno and Hajime Asaoka. I think is the watchmaker, but no, definitely not at 7K.
Okay, so I'm up now. I tried very hard to get this watch at retail. I missed out because it sold out in like a couple of seconds, and we lost the picture. Now this picture does not do it justice. It's a much more beautiful watch than it shows in this picture. The finishing is very good. I am a big Hajime Asaoka fan. I love the Tsunami. I love what he does. I wish I could get one, but I heard like something like an 8-year wait list now or something, and the price has gone up. The price is like doubled from what it was before. It's very hard to get his pieces. And I feel like this would give me at least kind of a piece of it, even though he doesn't make it himself. It's his, company that builds it. He has some of the design DNA. But at over $7,000, that's difficult for me to do. So I would say not for me.
Yeah.
Joe?
I think, that makes all of us. That makes all of us. I got nothing to add. It's too steep. And
How about at retail, Joe? What about the retail price?
I tried to get it too. I was fighting Colin, and we both lost.
Yeah.
So it's for you then. At the retail, it's for you.
Yeah.
What was retail again?
Around 2K. Is that right?
2K? Yeah. I'd gladly pay 2K for
It's
that.
for you. Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm the only one.
That's all right. I can't take anyone seriously wearing a sweater like that. So.
There's a few people in the chat. I gotta say warm. My wife keeps the basement freezing.
I'm just teasing.
There's a few people in the chat who dislike it. I'm not alone.
Oh, Rob just says he lost his internet connection. So
no.
Man.
Everyone, let's air our grievances about Rob on his own channel.
He really did?
Man.
That he sent a message. You just lost internet connection. That's what it says.
Oh,
I know the internet's been really bad today. There's been a lot of cyber attacks, and there's been some rolling outages across North America and stuff like that.
damn.
So,
I guess I would want to see better pics or see it in person. It looks so plain. I don't know.
There are other dial colors.
Yeah.
Some like there's like a black, and there's there he is. How about that?
He dropped. Sorry.
Yeah. You know what? It was going really good without you, Rob. We don't really need anymore.
Don't watch the part that you missed. We don't
okay. So, all right. So let's keep on going.
Yeah.
Did you guys finish off this question?
Oh, now you're getting.
That's good.
First my hands, now my internet connection. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh man. So let me go back here. So sorry guys. So are we good with this, guys? Or
yeah, we just finished.
Okay, great. All right. So let me stop. Okay. Now the third installment of not the installment, but the third choice is something that came up today actually. Joe brought this to our attention, and it is the Reservoir Hydrosphere Bronze X Revolution watch. Now, I've been a fan of this brand since Joe, who has the best taste out of all of us, pointed it out to me
Jeez
a few
Louise.
months ago. And yeah. So what do you guys think? So Joe, let's hear your case. I think we know what your answer is going to be. Is it for you or not for you?
I don't know. I'm on the fence, and that's why I guess I asked you to bring this one up. I think it's for me if it weren't 45 millimeters round, although that, 45 millimeters across is the same as 45 millimeters up and down because it's completely round. But, big,
That might be
heavy,
okay, though.
bronze. Yeah, it might be
So
okay.
it's like the size of a tuna.
Yeah, yeah. And it's, this is a special limited edition collab with Revolution magazine, but it's not priced particularly higher than all of their other open edition models. And, it's got a nice look about it. And I figure nobody else in the group has a bronze watch except for Amin. So he needs a bronze brother because I feel kind of bad for him. So I've been thinking about it. 4,400 or whatever they're asking US for a 2824 with a module on top to get the retrograde minutes. It's kind of it's kind of a coin toss as to whether that's worth it. But I think the aesthetic package compared to all the other models that they've made to date, this one's more to my taste. So I've been thinking about it.
Yeah. Sanjay, what about you?
We're skipping Gauntlet.
We're going
Yes, we are.
all different orders here.
Yeah, I find it intriguing. I do like that it's retrograde minutes, but bronze kind of kills it for me. I'm kind of really over bronze. It was okay for 2018, 2019, but kind of done with bronze. So not for me.
Watch once over. It looks more like a cross between a Gerald Gent design and Becca and the Marine Master. I respectfully decline. All right.
That's a good description.
All right. Colin?
That's a great description. He just made me like it less. I am out as well because it is bronze. However, if that was in steel and maybe had a different color scheme, I like I like the bezel a lot, like the shape of the bezel. I like the power reserve there, plus retrograde. But yeah, because it's bronze, I'm out. Not for me.
Amin?
I like it, but I'm not all the way there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I really do like it. And I like the brand, so I want to like everything that comes out of the brand, of course. I was watching a short video on this, and it's a first retrograde that's ISO certified, which is really, really cool thing. Down over here is a cool power reserve.
Yeah, that is cool.
Which is awesome, and it's F for full. I mean, if you see some of their other models, especially the motor inspired ones, the auto inspired ones, it looks like a fuel tank. Very, very cool. Jumping hour. It is based on a 2824, but the retrograde stuff is manufactured in house allegedly. I like it, and I've never had a bronze watch. I would consider adding a bronze watch to the collection. And Joe's right, compared to other models in their collection, this is not crazy out there overly priced, but it's something very, very different, and I really, really appreciate that about this one.
Well, so
it's for me.
It's 100 items, and it's not sold out yet.
Well, okay. I mean, but not everybody knows about this brand right now. You know what I mean? Like, this is not on everybody's radar.
But Revolution's pretty popular.
Sure. Yeah.
But okay.
One thing about bronze bezels, if it's a bronze bezel and a bronze case, they'll fuse together. The patina will make them sticky unless you turn it pretty often.
Yeah. Gotcha. Well, that's good to know. Right. Yeah. It is good to know. It is.
Sorry, I'm laughing at a comment. That was a good comment that you just put up there.
This one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and
now-
Daniel makes a good point.
Yeah.
He was saying that there doesn't look like they're running seconds, but there's actually a seconds disc right in the on the
Oh, really?
I forget, on the
in the
chief
center?
pinion.
Center
Yeah.
pinion.
Yeah, on the center pinion. Yeah, thank you.
Cannon pinion. Yeah.
Cannon pinion.
Yes.
Come on,
Yeah,
guys.
so that's rotating, and it has a subtle hash mark, so it's got running seconds
yeah.
technically, but it's not easy to discern.
Interesting. I agree, though. You do need running seconds. I need that. Just need it. Black TVD.
Okay, so let's go and jump into our second to last item here. Let's jump this, and this is something that came out recently in the last couple of days, and sticking with the motif of retrograde. And this is the Maurice Lacroix masterpiece, Triple Retrograde. And the reason why I bring this up, I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. Maurice Lacroix is one of those brands where people either really love them or hate them. They get a lot of respect from watchmakers, but then they also have a part of their line that is kind of like, very not so, I would say low end-ish kind of, so I wanted to bring this one up, and this one came out, I think, the other day. This is a Salida-based movement, and then let me just scroll down over here, and you do have the retrograde, a double retrograde, and it's powered by their manufactured in-house movement. You have it looks like a retrograde second time zone date and day, and then you have the hours in the
How
middle.
big is it? How big is it?
So it is, I believe I read somewhere where it says it was 43 millimeters. But it looks like it has short lugs. It's going to be, 43. Here we go, 43 and a height of 14. So it's a little bit thick for a dressy type watch. But you got a lot of things going on here,
Yeah.
And so a watch like this with 3 different retrogrades on there, it's going to probably take up a good amount of real estate. And I think it's 5,500 euro. So not a cheap watch. So panel guys, Kevin S likes it. Sanjay, let's start off with you. How do you feel about it?
I love his face
Not
when
for
you
you?
say his name.
I want to like it. It's got things that I like about it. I like white dials, and I like blued hands, and there are lots of hands on this thing.
There are.
Yeah, but not for me, unfortunately. I'm glad that Colin asked how big it was. So to me, that's 43 is too big.
Gotcha.
It's really interesting though. I mean, at 38 millimeters for me, at 43 millimeters not for me.
Gotcha.
But I mean, at 38 millimeters, he can't fit all those hands in there. Yeah, not for me.
Not for you, Joe. What say you?
Actually, Mountain Standard Time just pointed out that when I first saw it, I thought, oh, that unintentionally looks like a baseball. And I like that about it. It's I'm in Ken Spears' neck of the woods, so I want to wear this over to PNC Park and watch the Pirates. So I like it. It's for me, even though I can't wear 43 millimeters. But it's cool. I like it.
Awesome. Let's go to Amin.
It's for me. I like it too. I wouldn't honestly spend 5,500 euros on it, but it's still for me. I dig it.
Awesome. And
I like a lot of their masterpiece, Maurice Lacroix masterpiece watches. Their retrogrades, their gravity watches. So I could see myself getting one at some point.
And they have some that are maybe some of their older models, but based on an ETA 6498. So you get these, or maybe older models, manual wind, if that's something that interests you, as opposed to a automatic movement. Colin, how do you feel about this?
So I love the retrograde complication. This watch is 100% not for me. I hate it. I think it's ugly. It's super ugly. The hands are too big, too fat. The writing discs, or the seams of the baseball, are too fat. It's got cheap stamped guilloche and all the things. It's off. It's not symmetrical. The seconds hand and the day of the week thing throws it off. It's not for me at all. The Romans don't work for me. No, I don't like it at all.
He's not pulling any punches there.
No. Yeah. You get Colin, straight shooter there.
Yeah.
So I like Maurice Lacroix. I like Amin said, their masterpiece collection as well. I think there's better variations than this here. So I would say that this, especially with that price, is not for me. Okay, moving on to our last. Oh yeah, Daniel said that's why we love Colin. Absolutely. Okay.
There's so much to love, guys.
All right, so now moving on to our last topic here. Let's okay. Kim Kardashian, she has split up with Kanye West. As you guys may or may not know, the other big news of the week. All right, guys. So Kim,
Next up on Entertainment Tonight.
What say you, Joe? For you or not for you?
I kind of work in a place where you worry about exposures, and you don't want to catch anything and bring it home. You don't want anything at home that you could catch and bring into work. On the flip, so not for me.
Joe went straight there.
Yeah. Right. Amin,
yeah,
for you or not for you?
I think I'm gonna have to go not for me too. I think two of my kids are watching this stream right now, for one thing, and one of whom I don't know why he's not commenting. So I'm just gonna go not for me.
Sanjay, for you or not for you?
Absolutely not for me. No, yeah, my wife is the only one for me. So.
Oh man, now you're making us look bad. Come on, gotta have a little fun. Kevin asked Joey's Dr. Fauci. All right, there you go.
That's funny.
Colin, I kind of saved you for last on this one because you've been on fire today.
No,
yeah, you've been on fire
you're
today.
last, Rob. No?
I am last, but yeah.
Not for me at all. No way. So many reasons, but I'm not gonna get into. Just I would be annoyed within 5 minutes. Like, just no, not for me.
Well, guys, I'm sorry to say it's not going to be a clean sweep of the panel. Kim Kardashian for me. I'll just say that. For me. She's got a booty. All right. Let's see, anybody else here? Kim could be a Kardashian virus. Too much loom on those looms. Penny liking the segment. Well, guys, we still got a little bit of time here. Anything else that this panel want to talk about? I'm sorry, I'm fresh out now.
We never really got into, do we subscribe to the Speedy Tuesday and all that kind of stuff if you wanted to, but
well, yeah, and that's a good point. So, like, early on we were talking about it being Flieger Friday, and do we subscribe to that? Do we consciously do Blue Dial Monday? I know that's one, right?
It is?
Yeah, apparently. There is Seiko Saturday. There's Speedy Tuesday, and
Wet
and
Watch
Flieger
Wednesday.
Friday.
Moser
What-
Monday.
Was it on Wednesday?
Moser Monday.
Wet
So-
Watch Wednesday for divers.
Oh
Is
yeah,
it?
yeah.
I can't
I-
keep track of them.
They
Honestly.
make up all sorts of shit.
So that's the thing. There's so many of them, right? I'm sure there's one for Sunday as well. Do you guys go out of your way to subscribe, to follow along, or is it just like me? It's like, oh crap, I see some people putting up Fliegers on a Friday. I guess it's Flieger Friday. Let me put my Flieger on because I forgot. Panel, anybody?
I have in the past with Speedy Tuesday, I guess, and Moser Monday, but now it's just Rolex every day, baby. So I can't play.
Humble Sunday.
Humble Sunday. A variation of what Kevin just said here, but there is Humble Sunday. Yeah.
You know what? I would do it here and there,
Mhm.
but I've moved on from that.
Yeah. I think me too. Like I said, if I see somebody post something on Instagram that reminds me, there's a good chance that I would actually do it as well. But I don't have it like on my alarm on my phone to give me notifications when it's Speedy Tuesday. I don't have a speed, but if I did, Sanjay,
I still subscribe to it. I guess it's kind of fun to I guess look forward to it. I know it's at the same time kind of sad that you're restricting yourself to wearing a certain watch to a certain day. But I used to subscribe to Speedy Tuesday, but I think that's so prevalent now that I kind of get tired of Speedy Tuesday just in general, because that's all I see on my Instagram feed on Tuesday, just Speedmaster, Speedmaster, Speedmaster. But I do Blue Watch Monday, Grand Seiko Wednesday. I know there's Wet Watch Wednesday, but there's Grand Seiko Wednesday and Seiko Saturday. Those things I still kind of do just for fun. But yeah, so I still do it.
You mentioned that that it restricts you to wearing a particular watch for that day. At the same time, I mean, you could flip that and say, well, it helps you rotate your watches, right?
That's true.
Yeah. If you have a watch that you don't typically wear, but let's say it's the Speedmaster and it's Speedy Tuesday, well, you're wearing the Speedy that day, so it might be fun to practice some sort of rotation like that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Bluesy every day for a blue shirt, yeah,
sure.
I would too. Yeah, I would too. Go crazy and wear your Speedy on Wednesday. Yeah, there's some crazy cats out there who'll do that. Thomas, thank you. With all the talk of Speedies, what are everyone's thoughts about the El Primero? Better than a Speedy? So whose own?
We're talking just base Speedy, base El Primero. Is that what we're talking?
Well, let's start there. Let's just start there.
Yeah. Okay. I went first last time.
Okay, Sanjay. So you've had a Speedy, right?
I used to have a Speedy. Used to have the FOIS, and I used to have, because I guess I'm a flipper. I used to have the El Primero A386. So the one of the originals.
Nice.
I would say the El Primero is leagues above the Speedy. The Speedy is for sure iconic. In that sense, it's the moon watch, right? But the El Primero is just special. When you use it, it just feels refined. It's the closest thing I've had to high horology. So it has a special place in my memory, even though I don't have it anymore. But to me, the El Primero is just way above the Speedy.
Wow. So it looks like the chat is almost is split here. I've only owned the El Primero. I've never
Yeah.
owned a Speedmaster, and I also flipped the El Primero. I don't know. I had it for like 6 months. I mean, I guess if I sell it, I flip it, right? I mean, I don't know what the time frame, but whatever. Anyway, and it wasn't because I didn't like it or I didn't appreciate it. It was actually a grill watch of mine. I was thinking of purchasing for years, and I finally pulled the trigger. Problem is, I got the one that was a 38 millimeter, and it just felt very dressy to me. It didn't feel as sporty, like let's say a Speedmaster would. So I didn't wear it as often. You know, if it was sportier, if I and I tried strap combinations, I just couldn't find the right one to make it more of a daily wear. But anyway, I digress. I feel like I can't really chime in on this one as much. I could just say that I owned an El Primero and I really liked it.
So I've owned a couple of Speedmasters. I think there's something about a Speedmaster that is extremely charming. The history of it, the manual wind of it. There's not a lot of manual wind chronographs out there. That being said, it's a little tough to wind. The crown guards kind of get in the way. But I do have to say, when I wore it very often, I kind of liked winding it every morning. You know, you kind of bond with it. But I will go with the El Primero. It's a superior movement, column wheel. It is an automatic movement. I actually really love the El Primero 38 with the tricolor subdials. I don't know what it's called. I think it's a beautiful watch. I've considered buying it in the past, never have though. But I would pick that over the Speedy. Just base Speedy.
Right.
As much as I love the Speedmaster, I think it like I actually I was talking to my AD today if he could give me a good enough deal that I'd buy one from him. The one that's going out of circulation here. But yeah.
38 is gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, I just couldn't it was just sitting on the box. And Colin, you and I, and I know a couple other people on the panel too feel this way. If it's sitting in the box too long, it almost feels like it's got to go, right? And that's the only reason why it went, is because I just couldn't put it on wrist. And not that I tried so much, I tried to, but hanging around the house with a 3-year-old and 4-year-old, like it just wasn't my nature to go and get that, you know. And so that's why I got rid of it. And I got rid of it, and I sold it to buy the Tudor Black Bay 58, the blue, which I ended up selling as well. So anyway. Any opinions as a person?
Neither are for him.
Neither are for me. I mean, they're both good. I like both, but not. You know, I mostly don't like chronographs. I have owned a Speedy. I liked it. So many people have Speedies. That's a put off for me. That's, you know, so many people have them. And for that reason, I'd probably get the Zenith, although I think that if it weren't for that factor, I probably like the Speedy better. Just the looks of it.
Yeah, Penny, you're right. I mean, there's so many variations of each. I'm sure most people can find the one for them with either brand. Joe, you have a Speedmaster, right? Like a vintage one, don't you?
I do. It's not vintage. It's like the model is under 20 years old. Thank God, because I had to have the dial replaced recently. So it's still available. But yeah, you're right. There's so many iterations that I think there's that opportunity to find the model that works for you, right? Like I completely agree with Colin. It's tough to wind. I don't like winding them. And so mine is the old caliber based on the FP 1118, which is, you know, vert clutch and automatic winding. So I don't have to wind it if I don't want to. But I found the size. You know, I've never owned an El Primero. I've only handled the 42. which was too big for me.
Yeah.
So the 38 would be the better size. But with the Speedmaster, with the racing Speedmaster, I have the old Shumi. That's a 42, and I can wear it because lug to lug, it's a lot shorter.
Yeah.
And I think in terms of form factor, I don't really care about the heritage because I think both of them, it's kind of a wash. They both have wonderful stories behind them. But in terms of case architecture, from the cantilever bezel to the lyre lugs to the asymmetric sides, like I ogle my Speedmaster. I think it's really beautiful. I love the case. So I'm a Speedy fan.
Yeah, the twisted lugs are cool. And I do love a Speedmaster. I really do. Something about it.
Penny wants Joe to do a collection review. Amin, I think the fans want collection review with Joe. I think if Joe's up for it.
I would love to see a Joe collection review.
I would love to see one too. I have to find them from the couch and under the bed.
I think if we're allowed to pick the Speedy, our favorite Speedy and our favorite El Primero, it's a different discussion, right?
I think you're right. Yep.
Yeah.
I'd really have to think
it would be a Speedy. It would be a Speedy for me.
Yeah.
If it was out of any of them.
Yeah, I think for me too. Even though I'm not sure which Speedy I would pick.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but there's a lot of good ones. There's only a couple hundred to pick from.
Right.
That Alingi is really nice.
So all money's making that throwing something out there. Amazing. I bet Joe's never been accused of ogling anyone before. All right.
I don't even know what that means. Well, I know what it means, but I don't get the reference.
Yeah. I think oil money's having a little fun.
Yeah. I'm glad we could be here for him to test his jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's open mic night, Friday night.
Yeah.
Bobby Legs chat. Friday night chat. Well, guys, we're coming up on an hour, or we just passed an hour, and I think we had a pretty good discussion, minus the Kim Kardashian part. That didn't seem to land so well, but I'll still hold out one day. Anyway, Joe, do you have anything want to plug? Anything? Your Instagram? Anything coming up for you?
No. Everyone be well. Have a great weekend.
Colin, sir?
Very nice. Yes, sir.
How about yourself? How's the videos coming for your YouTube channel? Great. Awesome.
Yeah, I've been pretty busy with work, so haven't gotten to it. Just Winding Watches on Instagram, and there is a Winding Watches YouTube channel, which I need to start making some videos.
Yeah. Sanjay, how about yourself? Any live streams coming up?
Yeah, they're kind of spontaneous, I guess. I don't really give much notice, but if anyone wants to come on, just let me know and I'll chat with you guys on my channel. I'm you see my Instagram handle there, engineer_wannabe. YouTube channel is engineer wannabe. But yeah, thanks Bobby for having me. It's always fun. Only been here twice, but always fun.
Always fun. Yeah.
Well, we're batting 2 for 2. I'll take it. Amin, yourself, how you doing? And how you doing? We know how you're doing, but anything lined up?
Doing well. Someone earlier today asked me to do a video about the Kettler's watch process, so I think I might try to do something like that.
Nice.
Yeah. And have you considering reaching out to Kettler's himself one day, or is that something?
I did ask him for an interview. He said it was a really busy time. That was a month or two ago. He said early next year. So I'll check back in with him about that. But
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you can see Amin reviews his YouTube channel, great channel, and as you can see, there is his Instagram handle. A week from tomorrow, I will be having Wolfgang Heinrich. If you guys are familiar with that name or not, he has started a Kickstarter Heinrich watches. He's based out of Germany. It's a very retro style German dive watch. And I really, really like the look of it and excited about it coming out soon. I'm going to have him on. I don't know much about him. I don't know if he has much pedigree in the watch business. Like, I don't think he's a watchmaker or anything, but I think he's got an interesting story, and I want to see how he went from, where he was to creating a brand, and hopefully we can get a little bit into that process, because it's very, very intriguing. I've never been involved with a Kickstart before, but I'm looking forward to having him on. Anyway, guys, have a great night, everybody out there. Have a great be safe. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care.
Thanks, Bobby.
See you
See ya.
guys.
Bye.